Making your own non-toxic hand sanitizer. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. Okay, we are going to show you how to make a non-toxic hand sanitizer. Why? Is because every time I go to the store, they always want me to, because of recommendations, to be able to clean my hands with their Toxic Hand Sanitizer. But guess what? We got Hodo in the kitchen, right? Come here, Hodo. Come see your daddy. Okay, so before we make this recipe, we're going to talk about a few of the things that are in, well, you call them hand sanitizers, but they're toxic hand sanitizers. Give me a kiss. So Hodo likes, his house is right behind my office here, and he wanted to come in because he kept telling me, right? Okay. You go right there, Hodo, for a second. Okay, you watch us. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a, again, non-toxic hand sanitizer, but why would you want to? I went to Hilo the other day, right, and I had to do some errands, and I went to like maybe 8 places. And if I used their hand sanitizer, because the hand sanitizer sounds like it's really clean, right? But when you read the ingredients, okay, well, you don't know, but maybe that's why I'm here to tell you, okay? Let's go over some of the ingredients real quick here because it's important for you. So let's say I'm going to go to the store. They want me to use my hand sanitizer. I got my own. Shake it up, a couple squirts in here, okay? Oh, and it smells so good. And what I have in here is I have a variety of essential oils. I'm using a vodka base, first of all, okay? We'll show you how to do this recipe towards the end here. It's very simple to do, takes just a minute to do. Okay, we're gonna use castor bean oil, okay? Because I want some lubricity in my hand sanitizer. Plus the castor bean oil is also antiseptic. We're gonna put in some magnesium chloride, okay? Magnesium chloride, why? Because when I rub my hands together, what do you think happens? I'm putting magnesium in my hands. That's right, you tell him, Hodo. Okay, and also, I'm also using iodine. Okay, so iodine is very special because it's also a disinfectant. So we're going to make our own disinfectant, but why would you want to? Okay, look, when I was bringing Hody over, you can see, look at, he lost one of his feathers for the show here. Okay, look at that. Look at the colors on that. Hodo, you're so pretty. You see your feather? Yeah, look at that. Aw. Yeah, he likes to go ahead and get his face rubbed with his own feather. And he knows it's his feather. Look at that, right on the side of his little hairs on his face. Okay, give me a kiss. One more. Okay. So I made a few notes here just because, guys, you know, I went to try to get a hand sanitizer, and guess what? Well, they were all out. And they got them all in the stores, though, okay? So isopropyl alcohol, do you know what that is? Remember, read the ingredients. You have 2 different types. You have one that's alcohol-based, right? Yeah, you tell them, Hodo. And there's another one that's non-alcohol based. They're both toxic, okay? Now, the reason being is because we want to make a hand sanitizer, not only for, you know, because I have to go ahead and, you know, go get food, and I go to the Home Depot and I go to different places. They want you to use your own or use their hand sanitizer, and I don't want to. I'll tell you why. Because I don't want isopropyl alcohol on my skin, okay? That's not made, okay, to drink, and if I put it on my skin, it goes in my body. It makes my hands really dry, okay? It's gonna crack everything up. We're gonna use pure vodka here, and you can just get the cheap vodka. You don't have to get the good one that you clean your skin with. So most of all the alcohols, okay, or all the alcohols, unless it's maybe from a health food store, which this little bottle costs you like $6, okay, also have ethyl alcohol in there, okay? You don't want those alcohols. They go into your body. Most of the non-alcohol based, because the alcohol is what sanitizes, so we got 40% proof here, vodka, okay? It's the non-alcohol hand sanitizers, their chief disinfectant is triclosan, or an antibiotic, and that's the last thing you want to go ahead and do. Triclosan, okay, has many different effects. Remember, you're putting on antibodies, okay, or antibiotics on your hands that go inside your body. So if you do that 7-8 times a day, okay, remember, with alcohol, okay, with the triclosan, with the fragrances, remember, are made up of possibly hundreds of chemicals. None of them are essential oils, okay, and essential oils. This is what we're going to put in here. Why would you put on a fake chemical, even a perfume, on your body? Okay, why would you? Okay, these are fake chemicals. These are estrogen mimickers or estrogen disruptors, you can call them. They mess up your hormones, okay? So you got to sort of get that through your head there a little bit. Remember, you got to look and see if anything's got fragrances on it, or parfums, or whatever you want to call them, on anything that you're going to put on your body, okay? They're most likely, 99.9%, they're synthetic. If not, they would boast essential oil and then or organic essential oil, or the oils that I'm using, these are steam distilled essential oils. These are put out by Now. And I have all these products on the recommended products, okay? Parabens, okay, you know what parabens are for? They're for to extend the shelf life of the hand sanitizer. What are parabens? Remember, these are petrochemicals. This whole ingredient list here, okay, besides the alcohol, is all made from weird petrochemicals. So, dyes. What do you think dyes are? Okay, they have, a lot of them have different ones, like even the ones you wash your hands with, I won't even say the names, but to get the grease off your hands if you're a mechanic. Okay, you got to watch all these things, is because a lot of these things here are very indiscriminate, okay, as far as if you put it on your hands and you have alcohol with it, or you put it on your hands and you've got an antibiotic, they're going in your system. You're touching your face, you're touching your food, okay? You're grabbing everything, touching your children, okay? Not smart. So anyways, this is a very quick recipe. And like I said, I made this one here maybe, I don't know, a couple months ago, okay? And this is my non-toxic hand sanitizer. So the non-toxic hand sanitizer, remember, you can use this also for, hey, I want to clean my counter here, sanitize it because you got maybe some chicken grease on there, or whatever you want to do. I can smell, I put in this one here, lemon, lemongrass, clove, rosemary, cedarwood, okay, and I also have some turpentine in there too, because there's some things you can also put in this hand sanitizer if you want to make it super hand sanitizer. But let's go ahead and make it for you here, okay? So remember, the reason why you're doing this is a couple reasons. You can use this, let's say you're on a camping trip, or you're just out and you just want to eat lunch, okay? What do? Again, shake it up first because it's got some oil in here. You want to make sure everything's mixed together. And then now you're sanitizing your hands. Now you're washing your hands, okay, before you eat your food. Okay, you're outside, you can't wash your hands with soap, and this has the oil in here, so this makes it so your hands don't get dry, because alcohol by itself is not good. You're just wiping off everything. Okay, remember the protective coating of bacteria that you have on your system here? It comes through your body, through your intestinal tract, through your whole body. You sweat this out. So anyways, my hands, and they do smell clean, and they don't smell like a chemical. Okay, remember, chemicals, perfumes, okay, the perfumes that are in your laundry detergent, all of these things are toxic, so stay away from any of those things. Try to always get fragrance free, and then, you know, make your own fragrance any way you want to. So I'm going to empty this out here because I don't have any more jars right now with spray cap on them. So this is a 4 ounce, and you can of course get plastic, but the best thing to use is glass because we're using alcohol, and I try to limit my amount of phthalates, it's called. Okay, phthalates are, you know, things that leach out of plastic bottles, bisphenol A, plasticizers, petrochemicals, whatever it is, comes out plastic bottles when you put in things that basically can eat them, okay, and or if you heat up the plastic bottles. So I try to stay away from all the plastic bottles. So what we do, and you can make as much as you want of this stuff here and just put it away. It lasts forever. So I'm going to use, you can use, like I said, any vodka you want to. Okay, I use vodka for my body. If I want to have a elixir, look up our alcohol mineralized elixirs. There's a certain recipe that I have. If you are going to drink, then why would you drink beer? Remember, it's got hops in it. Okay, that's an estrogen. And if you don't know what that is, look it up and you'll see, a phytoestrogen. Okay, so what I've done is I've filled this up about 70% of the way right now. Okay, we'll go ahead and top it off later. But if you want a good sanitizer, remember you need to get at least 40% solution, okay, between that and the water. Okay, so if you want a better sanitizer, more alcohol. So put up to like 60 or 70%. So I've put about I'm just going to put as much as I want in here right now is what I'm going to make this dilution. I'm going to put about, I like about 60–70%, because if I'm going to go ahead and clean my hands, I might as well clean them. And again, I'm not doing this, all the time. Without the cornholio, you got to walk into the store, you got to clean your hands. Even when I go to the gym, they want me to do that. And I just bring this, put this in my pocket. You can get a small little bottle, put it in your pocket with a dropper on it or whatever type you want. Open it up, put it on your hand so the guy sees you're doing it, and you sanitize your hands with your own non-toxic hand sanitizer. Yeah, you tell them how to. So the next thing I'm going to put in some castor bean oil now. So castor bean oil, I'm going to follow this recipe. You could make this anyway here, but this is a good recipe because I like the way it smells. So I'm going to put about maybe a teaspoon of castor bean oil in there. Whoops, I'm supposed to get it on that camera too. Let's bend this down right here. Okay. So the castor bean oil, again, remember, is antiseptic, but it also gives you a oily. It's a little sticky just in the very beginning when you put it on, but it's good. It makes you feel like your hands aren't oily. They're just protected, because remember, the castor bean oil is a very thick oil. So we put in I like to put a teaspoon in or so, and then we're going to put in the magnesium chloride. So magnesium chloride, I'm going to put in about 10 drops. Make sure we're on this camera right here. And you don't have to be specific. You can even put in 20 drops. Actually, I like to put in about 20 drops, because if I'm using this, remember, this is a therapy also, is because I'm rubbing magnesium into my hands, which helps me with my knuckles, helps me with my flexibility. Okay, the magnesium is really good for muscle spasms. It's good in your body because your body needs magnesium, and most people are magnesium deficient. Okay, so on this next one here, we're going to use iodine. Remember, iodine is divine. Iodine is really good to be able to disinfect things. So here, let me put this up here so make sure we're in the right camera here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put about 5, even 10 drops if you want to, of the iodine. And remember, this way you can go ahead and get some of your iodine that you need too. You rub your hands, right? It's transdermal. Transdermal means it goes through the skin. So the magnesium that we put on, okay, with the iodine, what happens is you wind up getting now transdermal iodine and magnesium and all the trace minerals that go with it too. Yeah, you tell them how to. Okay, so let's put some essential oils in now. So the essential oils, let me just put this more down here. There we go. The essential oils, I'm going to put in like 10 drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doesn't matter, you can put in even more if you like, but 10 drops usually makes it so it's very powerful. I like to use the cedar wood. Cedar wood is nice smelling, but it's an oil, and it's also a disinfectant. Remember the cedar tree. And the reason being is because it has terpenes in it. So if you didn't have turpentine or pine oil that's distilled, which I'll show you in a sec, then you could use the cedar wood. I'm going to put in some lemon too. Remember, these are all disinfectants. Okay, let's see if we can put this up there. Put in 10 drops. And these things, remember, they're only a couple bucks a piece, each one of them. And you want to get the steam distilled at least. Organic, too small. Okay, they're sort of expensive. But the Now brand here is steam distilled, and that's a pretty good brand. You're not eating this stuff, but then again, it does go into your body. But eugenol is in clove, and it's one of the best also disinfectants, and it's also an anesthetic. A lot of people that are dentists, they'll use that on a tooth for an anesthesia, and also for infections. And we're going to use on this one, the very last here, is rosemary. And you can only just put in just one essential oil if you want to. The essential oils do aid in disinfection, but it's the alcohol that really does the trick. Okay, so now if I wanted to, I could put in some hydrogen peroxide in there. Okay, this is non-food grade, so I really don't want to use that. This is good for cleaning, but I don't want to use non-food grade. This is the stuff you just buy at the grocery store. I would put in the food grade, but I would use probably about 10 drops of 3% food grade. Now I like to add the pine oil. Pine oil, this is turpentine by, you can see the company there. Okay, and this is in Georgia, Georgia Pines. And this is from the Diamond Forest products. And we have these, again, on the show notes. And I'll put them in the recipe here. So I like to put in about 10 drops of the pine oil. This is, they call turpentine, but this isn't the stuff you buy at Ace Hardware. And it smells so good. It smells like pine, because that's what it is. All it is I'm going to put some on my hands. And you notice I'm wearing my blue blocker glasses, is because I've got these lights. Oh, look at these things. Okay, right there. These things blind you. So I got to get some different lights, because LED lights will burn your photoreceptors. And so, these are clear blue blocking glasses. Watch Blinded by the Light. It's a tip of the day, but you know, if you're in front of the computer screen, if you've got LEDs in your house, change them over to incandescent bulbs. But if you've got a computer screen, remember, put it on night watch or try to go ahead and shade the colors down, okay? But the best way to do it is just put on, you can get them non-magnified. These are just regular ones, just like seeing. And I also use these when I watch TV. It's because all TVs right now are, you know, got these blue lights. So anyways, the pine oil smells so good. And of course, this is not the turpentine, but what this does also, remember, what does turpentine do? If you took an oil brush, right, like an old school, and you were wanting to clean that oil brush, you get turpentine, right? And your oil paint that's on that brush magically cleans it in like 10 seconds, right? So this is the same thing. This turpentine, okay, from pine oil, because it's from 100% gum spirits, from the pine sap of the internal part of the tree. It's not the leaves, it's not the bark like they make in industrial turpentine. So this is specially made for a lot of different recipes that we use. So if you're not familiar with how to use pine oil, again, eartheracademy.com. And membership is only $10 a month right now, and we've got hundreds of different videos for you to be able to upgrade, enhance, and optimize. A lot of different things that basically will make sense in your world if you're looking to live less toxic. Because once you get toxic, right, you can't even tell you're toxic. Remember, if you got body fat, why did you let it get to where it was at? Is because it's just slow every day, a micro growth. And after 6 months of eating a lot of excess, right, whatever you're eating doesn't matter, then what happens? You wind up getting chubby-o. Now, I like to put some salt in here too, so we have some Soleil salt, and this is just liquid salt, and I like to put in like 5 drops. These also have a bunch of minerals in here also, but it also makes everything inside congeal a little better. And it's up to about here right now. Okay, so this is perfect because you don't want to fill this all the way up, because when you shake it, it won't shake, right? You need to have a little bit of space. So let's shake this up. And before you use it every time, what do? You shake it up. So let's get the old one out of there, because I had the other one in there. Okay, let's see. Okay, and you can smell a little bit of alcohol, and you just wash your hands really super good. So this is just as good as me washing my hands in the sink with a non-toxic soap without any fragrances. So be careful on that one too. So this is a very simple recipe. And again, the reason why you would use this is you keep this in your car. So when you have to use their toxic hand sanitizer, what do? Say, I got my own, all right? So yeah. Anyways, I wanted to show everybody this is because this is very important, because we're trying to cut the toxicity out of our life. And if you, come on up. There we go. And we're trying to cut the toxicity out of our life, okay? And if we don't know where they're coming in, then how are we going to try to detox our bodies when the rivers that are going into your lake, remember, are poisoning the lake? And you're trying to clean the rivers, right? But you're not going to be able to do it because you're toxifying yourself because you didn't know. So anyways, this is a very simple recipe for you to do. And this is, again, if you have to put on triclosan on your hands 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times a day, and I see people at work, they're doing this all the time. Every time they go outside, every time they come back inside. Okay, it's not just going to the stores, it's all the works that I see everybody putting hand sanitizer like it's helping you. What you're doing is you're taking antibiotics. What you're doing is you're putting all these chemicals, dyes, fragrances, parabens, okay, isopropyl alcohol, all of these toxins that go in your body. Remember, the fragrances are what? They are chemicals that will disrupt your hormone system and or do other dysfunction because they're chemicals. Your body doesn't know how to excrete chemicals or eat them or use them. It's because it doesn't work. Chemicals, remember, are sort of synthetic, as you can call them. And the synthetics, your body doesn't know what to do with them. So it either stores it in your fat. Okay, so all that body fat that people have on you guys, what do you think that has in it? It has a lot of toxicity, a lot of petrochemicals, a lot of heavy metals, let's say, whatever it is, a lot of things that live within that thick tissue. So, and of course, what is body fat? Body fat's a parasite. So all you have to do is slow down the feeding. And it's not just slowing down the feeding, okay, of eating less per meal, it's eating less meals per day. So follow our fasting and intermittent categories at eartheracademy.com, and like I said, all the good information that I try to share with people that are the deeper layers at Earther Academy, because it's too sensitive to show people what to do. But then again, I'm only showing you what I've done and what other people have done, and of course the proven, as you can say, repeated efficacy, which means it does work, terrain modification. Okay, so enjoy, and you can use this, like I said, you can use this also as if you wanted to clean off, let's say, some plates. You're going camping or whatever, you want to clean stuff up. There's nothing in here. You could drink this if you wanted to. What's in it? A little castor bean oil, a little minerals, a little bit of iodine, some essential oils. Yeah, it'll be a little bitey, okay, but it's not made for drinking. It's because all the oils and all this combination of good stuff on here makes this the ultimate hand sanitizer that's non-toxic. Okay, guys, we will see you on the next video. And show me your wings, Hodo. Show them. You can't flap them in here. All right. We'll see you guys on the next video of something that you may not know how to do, okay? Or maybe haven't seen before. All right. Aloha. You're such a good boy. Okay? You're such a good boy. Whew. There we go.